Worst countries for Black solo travelers. Are you an experienced solo traveler? Or are you considering embarking on your first solo adventure? If that's the case, I hope you'll find this video both engaging and informative. Hi, I'm Eli J. Travels, and welcome to The 5, where we highlight 5 intriguing aspects of Black culture and society in each episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified when we release new videos. Today, we're discussing travel destinations that may not be the best choice for Black solo travelers. This list was compiled after watching numerous YouTube videos on travel experiences and reading various articles on the topic. We're focusing on some of the most popular travel destinations, so please refrain from asking about countries that might not be very travel-friendly in general. The goal here isn't to discourage you from traveling, so keep that in mind. As always, if you agree or disagree with this list or want to share your own experiences, feel free to let us know in the comments section. We love hearing from you. Now, let's dive into the list, which is presented in no particular order. Number 1. Italy. Although it has long been a popular travel destination, some research indicates that it might not be the best place to visit alone if you're a Black traveler, especially in northern Italy. Most of the negative feedback we've encountered about traveling in Italy is centered around this region. It's no secret that racism exists in Italy, but some regions are far worse than others. Based on our research, most Black travelers seem to have positive experiences in southern Italy, but there have been more negative reports regarding northern Italy. If you're a Black traveler from Africa, as opposed to, say, America, your experiences might be even more challenging. The high levels of illegal immigration from Africa into Italy, which has faced strong opposition, could be a significant factor behind much of the mistreatment of Black travelers in the country. One region that Black travelers have frequently mentioned is the Veneto region in northeastern Italy. African and South Asian workers, who often fill low-paid labor positions in the area, are particularly vulnerable to discrimination. In some cases, racism is expressed through crude comments from soccer fans after a heated game or odd looks from locals. On YouTube, commenters have shared experiences of mistreatment, such as being treated poorly at a pizza shop in Rome or not receiving adequate attention for safety while riding a lift up a mountain. So, when planning a trip through Italy, it might be wise to bring a travel buddy along for added security. Number 2. China. China is generally a destination where it's crucial to know what to expect, which is why it's a popular choice for group tour. The primary complaints from Black travelers about China involve the uncomfortable attention they receive while doing everyday activities, such as walking down the street or dining in restaurants. If personal space is important to you, this might not be the ideal place to visit. Some Black travelers have compared it to feeling like an attraction at the zoo. Locals might want to come up to you and want to take photograph with you or touch your hair. Most of the attention might not stem from ill intent, but it can still become irritating when you're trying to relax and explore a new place. Similar to Italy, if locals perceive you as being from Africa rather than a Western country, the treatment you receive might be worse. We have read stories of African travelers have reported being outright refused service at some restaurants. But China is a massive place, so different cities will yield different experiences. You might have better experiences in major cities that might be used to seeing tourists from all over the world. More recently, since the outbreak of COVID-19, some places in China have been notably unfriendly to Black travelers, due to a belief among many Chinese people that the virus originated from Africa. This was actually reported on by ABC News. One YouTube commentator said they would never go back to China after going there for work. They would complain about not being served at some restaurants and not being able to go anywhere without a guide. The security measures they encountered were also significantly stricter than at other destinations. Once again, the takeaway is that China might be better experienced with a group, especially if it's your first visit. For the number 3 and for spots, we're combining Morocco and Egypt, as these two North African countries share many similarities. Most of the complaints about these destinations come from Black women traveling alone. One YouTuber recounted being followed by several men while traveling in Morocco, feeling uneasy about going out after sunset in Marrakesh. Another YouTuber reported experiencing sexual harassment on the streets of Morocco by aggressive men, even though she was traveling with her brother. They also shouted things like Obama family and other remarks to identify them as Black. That YouTuber still mentioned how beautiful Morocco is, but highly recommended that females not travel there alone. The same goes to Egypt. Egypt, like Morocco, has a very male-dominated culture and can be overwhelming for solo female travelers. The markets can be mazes where aggressive shopkeepers will pull you every which way to sell you their items. Amidst all this, there's also a lot of catcalling. All travelers advise dressing more conservatively when visiting these two countries. Additionally, another black traveler reported encountering racism in Egypt, including receiving dirty looks and hearing monkey noises directed at her while she was walking. Both Egypt and Morocco are highly recommended to be explored in groups, especially for female travelers. 5. India is another giant place that can easily overwhelm even those traveling in groups. If you're a solo traveler and visiting for the first time, get ready to have all your senses overpowered. You will likely receive a combination of all the negative things we talked about on this list when visiting India solo, from staring and pointing to sexual harassment. Traveler Ashley Butterfield, who has visited numerous countries worldwide, described her experience in India as follows. And I quote, "The attention I received wasn't always intense, but at times the atmosphere shifted when I was with other travelers. There was a clear difference in the type of attention I received when walking with fellow white or Asian travelers, versus when I was walking alone or with another black person. When with the former, people still noticed me, however, when alone or with another black person, the majority of reactions were noticeably negative, including frowns, laughter, pointing, staring, making jokes, or quickly moving away from us. Colorism is a significant issue in India, even within the local population, so it's understandable how that mentality could extend to mistreating tourists as well. A number of travelers have shared their experiences of having their hair tugged and even being asked crazy questions while traveling in India. In Mumbai, many Africans are unfairly stereotyped as drug dealers, which could lead to difficulties gaining entry to places like clubs due to your skin color. Additionally, people might approach you to take your picture, claiming it's for their social media. When traveling in India, exercise great caution and avoid going solo, especially if it's your first visit. Keep in mind that negative experiences are as much a part of travel as positive ones. Negative experiences, such as encounters with bad individuals, racism, sexism, and other forms of discrimination, can occur in any country. However, this should not deter you from visiting these destinations. The purpose of this video is to share the experiences of other travelers with the aim of enhancing your own travel experiences. Remember, it's about being informed and prepared. That wraps up this episode of The Five. We'll return with another episode exploring aspects of Black culture and society. Please kindly like, comment, and subscribe to this channel.